Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. 4 individuals are arrested for the possession and trafficking of meth. Also tonight, more flights are canceled to and from the CNMI by one airline. And NMC approves their austerity measures that will be taking place next month. In sports, a rather special lunch greets students before they get Sandy. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume.
Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone.
My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour. So that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you could go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Why are you rolling your eyes? So I'll turn it back on after dinner.
Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Half a day. Join us for the Marianas Festival of Hope on February 21 at the American Memorial Park. Come and be blessed as you listen to a message of hope from the Reverend Franklin Graham. And enjoy a night of music featuring Grammy Award singer and songwriter and multi-platinum artist Michael W. Smith. Together with award-winning guitarist Dennis Agajanian, the Tommy Coombs Band, and from the Philippines, Margarita It's Wahiman. Admission is free. See you there at the American Memorial Park on Friday, February 21. Gates will open at 5:30 p.m. For more information, follow us on Facebook at Marianas Festival of Hope with Franklin Graham.
Watch the Visitors Channel online, on time, anytime at saipantv.com. Where to go, what to see, what to do. Restaurants, spas, activities, and culture. It's all in one place, in high definition, on your mobile device. saipantv.com. Check it out.
Off a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Tuesday, February 18th, 2020. Bail is set at $100,000 for 4 locals on possession and trafficking of crystal meth. 4 arrest warrants were executed Monday by the CNMI Drug Enforcement Task Force for the possession and trafficking of a controlled substance, crystal methamphetamine. 46-year-old James Regis is charged with 2 counts of possession and 2 counts of trafficking a controlled substance. 38-year-old George Manglonia is charged with 1 count of possession and 1 count of trafficking a controlled substance. 45-year-old Miriam Bautis is charged with 1 count of possession and 1 count of trafficking a controlled substance. And 37-year-old Carrie Jane Atta is charged with 1 count of possession and 1 count of trafficking a controlled substance. All 4 defendants have bail set at $100,000. According to the Department of Public Safety, one individual, Juan Sablan Atta, is still wanted and is pending arrest for 1 count of possession and 1 count of trafficking a controlled substance, meth. DPS states if Juan Sablan Atta is cited, do not approach. But if you have any information on the whereabouts of Juan Sablan Atta, contact 911 or to remain anonymous, contact the CNMI Crime Stoppers at 234-7272. 4 burglaries and thefts happened over the weekend on Saipan. According to the Department of Public Safety, 3 schools were broken into over the weekend: Garapan Elementary School, Dan Elementary School, and Hopwood Middle School.
For the attempted burglary that happened in Dan Middle School in Dan, no items were reported missing. And then for the other 3, we have Hopwood Junior High School, which is located at the Coblerville, the temporary classrooms. 21 classrooms were torn open. And then we have Garapan Elementary School, which is at Garapan. It was reported that some small items were missing, as well as a small amount of cash.
DPS officers were also called to the Department of Public Works, where investigation revealed the suspect or suspects gained entry through the second-floor window and into the accounting office, where the doorknob had been forced open.
So we do have a break-in at the DPW office in Lower Base. About $2,500 in checks were reported missing, and also about $4,000 in cash.
Pangilinan states he cannot confirm if the cases are related, but investigations are being made to see if it is the same suspect or suspects committing the thefts and burglaries. More flights have been canceled to and from the CNMI. Take a listen. Asiana Airlines has canceled more flights to and from the CNMI for the end of February and throughout March.
As of yesterday morning, we got an email from Asiana Airlines that they will be doing a cancellation from February 27 to the 29th and from March 4th to the 18th, and this is the early morning flights. All afternoon flights will stay as normal operations. So far, that's the only airlines that we have received any cancellation notice from.
Originally, Asiana Airlines had only canceled morning flights on February 18th and 19th.
So right now, we only have 4 airlines that are coming in from Korea, 1 from Japan, and also United daily.
Tenorio says they are working with local and federal partners to ensure they are prepared shall any passengers enter the CNMI with the coronavirus. The Northern Marianas College Board of Regents have approved the austerity phases that will be in effect in March. KSPN's Sally Lemus reports.
Despite being the last agency to get off austerity in 2019, Interim President Frankie Elliptical explains what employees of NMC will be expecting in 2020.
We again received word a few days ago that NMC's budget would be reduced by about 28.3%, which represents about $1.7 million in personnel expenses for the college. So in order to make certain that we end the fiscal year with a balanced budget, we needed to implement austerity measures.
There will be 2 austerity phases that will begin on March 8, 2020.
The first phase being the work hour cuts, as well as different other activities that include, again, leveraging federal resources, reducing electricity usage, restricting non-federal travel, and freezing, to some extent, hiring, as well as reducing any amounts that would go out to the different departments for equipment and supplies for the 3rd and 4th quarter.
The reduction in work hours may be up to 20% or up to 16 hours. Employees with salaries of $25,000, 10-month faculty, and federally funded employees will be exempted.
The second phase of our austerity really looks at emphasizing additional cost-cutting measures, but also looks at how we can generate additional revenue for the institution. And that, again, looks at how can we expand the number of students in our classes, offering additional classes that we haven't offered before. But it also looks at expenditure cuts, like looking at our whole entire organizational chart for the institution and seeing which positions can be combined, which positions can be phased out if necessary, which positions are duplicative, so we can save those funds and, rather than paying to different individuals. Of course, those will require a long discussion with our team here at NMC, and there's nothing that's going to be implemented immediately. So that's why it's in phase 2, because there's no definite timeline.
NMC has come up with several revenue-generating strategies that are still under consideration.
We're doing a summer semester. We're really moving aggressively in terms of some fundraising activities. We have a golf tournament that's scheduled for March 21, so that's part of our fundraising. And we also have other fundraising activities leading to 2021, which is our 40th year anniversary for the institution.
There will also possibly be a 5 to 10% increase on tuition for the fall semester and increasing CDI revenues through expanding workforce training activities. The goal of the college is to have a minimal impact on students, which means classes will not be canceled or affected by the austerity measures. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Sally Lemus.
5 bills were passed in today's House session, and our Sally Lemus was there. Here are the details.
Members of the House met this morning and discussed 6 bills. All were passed except for House Bill 21-43, which was moved for rejection by all 19 members present and will be referred to a conference committee. One of the passed bills is an act to allow internet gambling in the 1st and 3rd senatorial districts, authored by Representative Lorenzo Delon Guerrero.
When you want to operate internet gaming, you got to be fully licensed locally so that all taxes will stay here, and then it's your location of the operator, or it has to be allowed by law on a state or territory of the U.S. So basically, this bill needs a companionship bill to promulgate rules and regulations based on federal laws and regulations that is adapted to any senatorial districts in the Commonwealth.
This is another revenue-generating bill, but some members did not agree.
So are we gonna get all these revenues through gambling and not be mindful of the social ills that it will create in our community, especially our children, and especially at this time of financial constraint, financial challenges in our Commonwealth? I just cannot support.
Representative Sheila Babauta was among those who does not support the bill and raised questions on whether studies were made when creating the bill.
Because you can do this from the privacy of your home, it becomes even more dangerous, really. It becomes even more dangerous when you don't have to be seen gambling, when you don't have to drive there. You can do it right from your phone. And so if you can access your account funds that should be used to pay for bills for the house, to buy groceries, if you can access those funds easily from your bedroom and gamble that away, when your mental health state is not in the right place, because our community right now is very stressed, and addiction, behavior is likely to occur. They're saying that no comment, no study was given or shared for by our medical or social care community, correct?
The question was addressed to Representative Ralph Yumo, chairman of the Gaming Committee, who replied yes. The House took a vote and the bill was passed with 11 yes and 8 saying no. The bill now moves on to the Senate for further action. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Sally Lemus.
Coming up, we tell you about a well-known evangelist that is making his way to Saipan later this week. Stay tuned.
Mom, are you sure? What about the shutters? And do you have your medicine?
Don't worry about us, love, okay? You take good care of yourself. Hi, my love. Yeah, sorry. The power went out, so I had to light up all the candles. Yeah. Yes, baby, yeah. I'm just glad our home phone's working and we're able to contact you.
Winigi PHI Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Ihinim Lomo.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere ayor sumaye uhalweres ren, kutsu wayor safeye emal ebalisiu klalyam wires.
Inumin ang inyong gamot ayon sa inireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong pharmaceutical.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
PHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. It's the Marianas Festival of Hope with Franklin Graham happening this Friday, a festival that has been in the works for over a year.
Over the years, in the work of Samaritan's Purse, Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, I have met people that have given everything. And you say, oh, Franklin, it must be wonderful. It is wonderful.
Evangelist Franklin Graham, the son of Billy Graham, one of the most influential Christian leaders, is coming to Saipan Friday, February 21st to speak at the American Memorial Park.
This is the first time, and we are privileged to have him come.
So Reverend Graham's title is, he's an evangelist. So what he does is he shares God's love and the hope that they need, that they can have in Jesus Christ. So as an evangelist, he shares God's love through Christ to everybody that he encounters.
Franklin Graham is the president and CEO of the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association and Samaritan's Purse, an organization that came to the rescue on Saipan and Tinian after Super Typhoon U2.
The way that this whole thing began was really Franklin Graham as the president and CEO of Samaritan's Purse. After Super Typhoon U2 had hit last year, they sent over 30 tons of material relief for both Saipan and Tinian as well, who was, of course, devastated by the Super Typhoon. And because of that relief efforts that were given here, our local leaders had met with our Samaritan's Purse staff and felt it in their heart to invite Franklin to come and to share the good news of God that's in the Bible.
After that, it was just so organic that it started out with the tarps, it started with the lights, started with Typhoon U2, and then after that came with the Operation Christmas Child, giving gift boxes to children, over 6,000 kids all over the island. And then we also were able to be involved with the giving up generators in Tinian. So everything was just organic. It just comes to place. It's like God puts his hand in everything, and then now we have Franklin Graham coming.
The Marianas Festival of Hope will showcase Franklin Graham's message about salvation available through Jesus Christ.
The message that Reverend Graham is going to bring, just like he brings to everywhere in the world, is the message of love, the message of hope that can be found in Christ, that's available for all people. And that's the one thing that he wants to share, no matter where he goes, is that love that God has for everybody.
Giving that message of hope is very important for people that have been devastated by this Super Typhoon U2. And I think that if we are to really have the restoration and recovery, we need that hope.
Also, the night will be filled with live musical performances.
It's going to be a festive time, so we're going to have a 3-time Grammy Award-winning artist, Michael W. Smith. So he'll be performing. We have Margarita Wahiman from the Philippines who will also perform. We have Tommy Coombs Band. And also, if you like guitar playing, we have one of the fastest guitar players in the world, Dennis Agajanian. He'll be joining us as well. And of course, that will be culminating in the message of hope from Reverend Graham.
This event is for everyone in the CNMI and will be live streamed for the islands of Tinian and Rota.
Staying with the name of the Marianas Festival of Hope, we will have the live stream of this event at 2 locations, one in Tinian and one in Rota. So in Tinian, it's going to be the Antonio M. Borja Amphitheater, of course, in San Jose. And then also we're going to have the Grace Christian Academy. They're going to have something set up at their courtyard in Rota as well.
Doors open at 5:30 p.m. and the event starts at 6:20 p.m. Admission is free to everyone in the public, and translators will be available for Chinese and Korean. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell. And stay tuned after tonight's show because at 6:30 right here on Channel 2, we have a vintage news segment. Tonight's episode is from February 4th, 1993. 27 years ago, reliable power was a problem that plagued the island. Cash flow problems were so bad, officials pleaded for early CUC payments so they could round enough cash to get the fuel offloaded for the power plant to operate. While day-to-day operations of the power plant were in jeopardy, work was underway for Saipan's first wastewater treatment plant at Agingan Point at a cost of $5 million.
Thank you, Ashley, and that's when it was Channel 9. All right, coming up, I know it's your dinner time, but first let's enjoy lunch. Tasty Sports up next.
Hi, I'm Floria, an eye care technician here at Marianas Eye Institute. Today we want to talk about your eyes and how to take care of them for a lifetime of good vision.
Smoking can harm nearly every organ in your body, including your eyes.
Scientific studies have actually shown that smoking can significantly affect the blood supply to your eye, so much that the retina will become damaged and you would lose your ability to pass a driver's test.
Diabetic retinopathy damages the blood vessels of the retina and can result in vision loss. More than 5 million Americans aged 40 and older have diabetic retinopathy due to type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Smoking may as much as double the risk of developing diabetes.
Fortunately, these same studies have shown that by stopping smoking, you can decrease this risk in the future in spite of many years of smoking. So I encourage you to stop smoking as soon as you possibly can.
Many eye issues can be treated right here on Saipan. Come see for yourself.
This has been Dr. Dennis Williams of the Marianas Eye Institute.
Summer is here. Have some fun at Marianas Trekking inside the Mariana Resort. Feel the speed at the Seaside Circuit. Trek to the rugged Forbidden Island. Ride a buggy or ATV on our off-road adventure. Go stand-up paddleboarding. Whack balls at the driving range. Or pitch or putt on the short course. It's all at Saipan's premier and homegrown adventure company, Marianas Trekking. Book online at marianastrekking.com or come see us inside the Mariana Resort.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, students were treated to a special Saturday lunch at the Hyatt Regency. Not only was the food unique, so were the people who cooked it.
We came all the way from Japan in a very hot Saipan. 今日は子供たちと一緒に触れ合って楽しく相撲を取りたいと思います。
Confidence, spirit, round of applause to our sumo wrestler that's coming.
Sumo wrestlers from Japan came for a lunch, and they were the chefs. General Manager Nick Nishikawa says this is a special meal in Japan's national sport. sorry.
Not just chips, please.
Nacho chips.
It's called a chanko nabe. It's a soul food of the sumo. And then normally the sumo wrestler, they do training very hard. And after that they eat this. Yeah. To build up the muscle and the power or energy. Yeah.
No steroids? Don't need
No
steroids?
steroids, nothing. Just
Don't
very
need
natural,
steroids.
no need. Yeah.
Okay.
Very tasty.
Sumo wrestlers compete in 6 tournaments a year. They're on vacation now.
It's a part of the culture of Japan, and then also my owner, our owner, Mr. Nakauchi, wanted to do something to the kids of the CNMI, and then he has decided to bring them over to Saipan.
While sumo wrestlers are quite popular in Japan, they do not visit other countries very much.
It is quite difficult for them to come to overseas. Within Japan, they can organize, but to come to overseas is quite difficult. So through the connection of our owner, Mr. Nakauchi, so sponsored and we brought them over here to show a little bit sumo to the kids and also the taste, the soul food of the sumo.
Students were selected by schools for this event. Let's ask our judges how the lunch was.
Don't be shy, everybody. Say hi to Bob.
What does it taste like?
Tastes good.
You feel stronger now?
Good. Gives me energy. I feel healthy now.
Tell me about flavor. What does it taste like and everything?
What's the flavor? What's the flavor? I can't explain.
Is it tasty?
Yeah, it's vegetable.
A lot of vegetables. What's inside there?
I think this is tuna.
Tuna fish? What's inside?
It's meat with vegetable and tofu.
Do you feel stronger now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting
there?
Yeah.
Would you like to be a sumo wrestler when you grow up? After the food settled, students were invited to do battle with the sumo wrestlers. No upsets.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it.
Today's high 86, low 74. The humidity 69%. Tomorrow partly cloudy, isolated showers, northeast winds 15 to 25 miles an hour. High 86, low 76. Sea's kind of choppy out there, 8 to 10 feet. Sunrise 6:40, high tide at 3 past 11. Low tide 3:48, sunset at 6:21.
Okay, thank you, Bob, for that report. So the sumo wrestling looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I wish more kids could have seen it. There's limited space and there's limited food, so they obviously couldn't have the whole school system down there. But those kids, they got to see a treat, and I bet they'll never forget that.
That's true. I've actually never seen something like that in person. Just now for the first time, so.
Oh, you don't get NHK Channel 4. They show those tournaments all the time. I really enjoy watching them.
Yeah, looks really.
I recognize a few of those guys.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't ask me their names, but I saw them.
Just faces. All right, well, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your night.
Good night.